Zane Parekh up for Chernyshov. Down the wing, trying to get through Ty Henry. Chernyshov catches up to the puck. Epperson lets the pass go. Mangoni just inside the line. Chernyshov back up. Zane Parekh looks and shoots. That one fought up by Erlin. Rebound, they score! It's the captain, and it's a tie game! And for the Spirit, they're going to gamble a little bit more here. Down by 2 in the third period. They got no choice. Misa and Storch here on the penalty kill. Put back in front. Storch, a shot. He scores! A brilliant feed from Misa. Storch has his second of the game. Pass, it was deflected and taken there by Misa. Mangoni again, weaving his way down towards the goal line. 30 to go on the penalty. Misiak in the box. Chernyshov walks to the net, takes a shot, saved by Erlinen. Rebound, Mangoni over Misa. He scores! It's a power play goal, and the captain gets it. Mangoni steal the puck. Mangoni looking in front, can't find his captain. Hangs on to it. Laid back up top. Hayden Barch walks the line. Back to Mangoni. Shifting away from Lombardi. A little bit of a bump from Forgione. Mangoni's in. He scores! On his night, why not? Stretch this rink wide. Trying to dart down past Ryland Fellinger. Misa, nice move to get around that Kostov hit. Misa into the corner. Keeps right on working. James Go just inside the line. There for Chernyshov with Misa battling in front. Chernyshov walks to the middle. Now right wing circle. Back on through. A beautiful feed! And the finish by James Go! Back down low looking for Michael Misa. 2 helpers in the game. Frolov in the box for tripping. Chernyshov spins off the wall. Looks back up top for Zane Parekh. Left point walks in. Looking to the back goal post. Great save there. And the loose puck, they score. Caleb Mangoni, second of the game, and it's 4-2. And he will claim the Eddie Powers Trophy as the top scorer in the OHL this season. 132 points and counting as here comes Chernyshov over the line. Down the left wing, Chernyshov gets loose, shoots, and a great save. Rebound chance, gets who? Michael Misa right there, 5-2. To Michael Misa, Podrekar chopped after. Mangoni back in the Zamboni doors. Up for Chernyshov. Zane Parekh, Misa, right circle. Looking towards the middle, Chernyshov near side, no doubt about it. Chernyshov a point. It's 6-2 on the power play.
Unfortunately for him, he's penalized on that one, and the Firebirds now be at a 2-man disadvantage for the next minute and 11 seconds. Draw controlled by Saginaw. It's Go. Left wing side, Chernyshov. Backdoor score, Michael Misa. On a gorgeous feed from Igor.
Ends up behind the net. Epperson to the point for Parekh. Side of the net. Back to the point. Parekh fakes a shot. Passes it off in the circle. Gets a return feed. Parekh hesitates. Into the slot. It goes a shot. They score. Caleb Mangoni gets Saginaw on the scoreboard to get it. And he'll start the rush out of the Saginaw zone. Passes it on the wing. Epperson into the zone. Drops it off to Parekh. Just did hold it in. Parekh winds up with a shot. That hits Misa in front. Misa pounces on the rebound. They score. Right through the legs of Lalonde. And Jim, I think they might have a look at this.
Be reeled in. 19 here in the period. Carson Woodall just inside the line. Sent back here for Protas. Back on through. Morneau. Jammed up there by Misa. He gets free. Michael Misa trying to stretch things here in the final 10. Down the right side. Finds the late man. Mangoni in front. They score! Nick Sema with 5.3 in the period. The face-off. He finds Dima Zilkin. Down to the goal line. Michael Misa can't put it back in front for Sema. Couple of sticks lifted, and Misa's got it back. Zilkin, spin there. Almost miscommunicated. Go near side. Chernyshov waiting. Igor backdoor. They score! Tie
Good
game!
play.
Chernyshov to Misa. 77 in white puts it back down low. 77 in blue. Off the near side glass and out to center. Right back onto the stick of Misa. Charges down the wing, looking towards the middle. Misa cuts into the slot, drops it off. Epperson, he scores! Brilliant bit of passing from 2 players. Start the odd man rush up ice. Bodie Stewart's going to pick up the assist on that one as he pushes in the Saginaw defenders when he drops that puck off. Epperson Back in with Chernyshov. They might try to get it back. Chernyshov, he scores! Well, the good
to Matthew Mania. Mania and Smith, you'll see a ton of them out there on the ice today. Lombardi on the right wing. Bumped off the puck by James Go, and now here come the Spirit with Christian Epperson. Epperson back to Igor Chernyshov. Backside score! It's Michael Misa. In just a minute and 20. To Aspinall. Touched it forward to Lombardi. Lombardi on to Thibodeau. Couldn't quite get it there, and now they try to find Chernyshov. He's in. Chernyshov protecting the puck, gets it on to Misa. Misa back to Chernyshov, backhand, they score. It's Perek, and it's 4-2 Saginaw.
Movement by Saginaw.
I recognize the Cloutier name there's another Cloutier that plays in the league from Sault Ste. Marie.
His brother, yeah, you're
the
right.
older brother.
Two good hockey players in this league. Nice move by Misa. He scores! That is why Michael Misa is the top scorer. He draws a crowd. He always draws a crowd whenever he has the puck. Basic maneuvers by LeBlanc, and he sent it to the line and is kept in by Misa. Chernyshov scores! Off the post and in.
Off his own boards. A turnover, and here's a chance, and another penalty coming to the Sudbury Wolves. Looks like it's going to be a hook. Extra attacker comes on. It's Misa behind the net, off the end boards, right to Misa. A gift on the road.
Well,
in this game, Shnisev down low, cross to Misa, bouncing. Shnisev now to Perek. Cross ice to Misa, and another one.
power play is just
able to get across for it. Chernyshov has had a couple nice shots from that spot, but has held it. Has not been able to get the one-timer off. Perek on the doorstep. What a pass from Perek.
Yeah.
Mangoni.
He will collect it for Barrie. Up ahead to Durbridge. Dumps that one in for the Colts. Oak coming out of his net to play it. Starch sends that one forward. Misa through the neutral zone. Passing that one over. Zilkin takes the shot, scores! That one seemed to handcuff Sam Hillebrand. Perek back to the line. Zilkin. Chernyshov from the half boards. Decides to leave it for Misa. Perek trades places with Misa. Misa with possession, takes the shot into the crowd, scores! Looks like Zilkin got a stick on it.
Get a piece of it. Smelsi on the forecheck dug that puck loose. Misa dumps it in, out to play it is Costanzo now. Walton back to help out, comes along the wall, Mangoni. Back to the middle, Perek, Calgary draft pick off a stick, Chernyshov centering quickly, Misa scores. Just like that, power play connect.
lineup. Xander Valeris is technically the 7th defenseman right now for the Spirit going into this one, but Barch is back on the ice, and Chernyshov's got the puck off the faceoff. Pass too far for Barch. Misa picks it up, looking towards the middle. Skates it there himself. Michael Misa near side. James Go, the one-time shot, he scores! It leaks through the goaltender, Jovanovski, and on the assist there on Zilkin. And that'll go uncalled. Perek up for Misa. Slip to the middle. Chernyshov knocks through Nemesnikov. Chernyshov still with the puck. Got to pull it out of his skates. Dusts it off. He's high in the zone. Chernyshov, nice pass on for Perek. He scores! Zane Perek, the finish. Rough work with the
kill early in this game. Middle stages, first period. You've been right there with Saginaw the whole time, trying to ride the wave now of momentum and kill this off. We'll see what happens with the young team coming out of the kill.
Perek for Chernyshov in the near circle. Trying to go cross ice. Backdoor, Misa scores! It's another power play goal for Michael Misa. Another 11 back in 2020. That's the record for now. Misa sends one to the net. That one tipped by Epperson and Jacob LeBlanc. They'll untangle. Misa's on the puck at the left hash mark. Over to Zane Perek, center point. One more pass. James Go's got a lot of room and he scores! Might not have needed that much.
There was no difference.
Everything
at
was
all.
very
That's
respectful,
right. Yep.
and Here's a chance now. Epperson has a break. Epperson walking in. Here's Epperson with a chance. Stopped by Millette. Now hands it off. Chernyshov. Another chance. Scores. Michael Misa. 51. Mangoni holding, looking for a lane, looking for Misa. Just couldn't pull the trigger there. Parek. Chernyshov once again had trouble with it. Mangoni looking to center. Cross ice. Here they score. Guess who? Misa on the power play. His 50.
For Henderson. Valeris takes him into the wall. Epperson in for the Spirit. Now Valeris. One more pass. Misa's in front and he just sent it wide. Epperson. Back down for Michael Misa. Slip between his own legs. Chernyshov back in front. Misa shoots and scores! 48 for Michael Misa, and it's a new Spirit. Spirit have had a little bit of trouble finding that bumper chance cleanly. That's one of the cleaner opportunities they've gotten this year, and it nearly worked perfectly, but Marshall's there to make the stop. Parek again off the face-off. Near circle. Chernyshov back door tap, and Misa's got another one. Up for Mangoni. Inside the line. Dropped over Chernyshov. Back down for Misa in the corner. Chernyshov again. There's Zane Parek, gives it back to him. Igor Chernyshov walking in. Puts it in front. They score and it's Misa. A hat trick for his 50th of the season. Spellacy picks it up back and behind his own net. He wants to make sure it doesn't take that long. Spellacy pushes back Chernyshov. Good switch. Here's Davis in a shot. That ramped up the stick of Zane Parek. And now it's going to come around the near side. Misa 2-on-1 with Zane Parek. Michael Misa down the right side. Shoots and scores! Misa ties Dallas with.
Hayes in deep over to Mignosa, and that hopped right over his stick. He had an empty net as the Spirit come back quickly. Here's a chance for the Spirit in the corner as Misa gets knocked down, centering pass, they score! What a play by Misa as he went down, and to Chernyshov, to Parek, into the face-off circle is Misa, back to Parek. Parek to Chernyshov, being pressured quickly by Mignosa, so Greyhounds staying right on top of the Spirit. Here's Mangoni, a centering pass, they score! Misa walking into the slot, perfect setup by Mangoni. Of the Spirit hemmed in with an empty net for Saginaw to shoot at. Greyhounds, Mignosa sends it rink wide through the goal mouth. That went wide, and here comes the Spirit, and a shot they score into the empty net. Michael Misa makes it 8-4.
Over for Katzen, who had a big impact last night. Carabella flipping it back. Luchenko had moved. He's able to corral it. Trying to go through the seam, picked off by Misa, and he goes charging the other way into the path of Epperson, trying to return it to Misa. Loose there, they score! No one knew where the puck was, and our player to watch for the Spirit on a dangerous 5-on-3 opportunity. Chernyshov spinning up top, Parek. Chernyshov, lots of room, walking it in front, and Epperson will settle. Chernyshov again, through the seam, Misa scores, bullseye. Misa slamming that. Chase's go will go after his own dump in on Nemesnikov. Swung around, there's Singh on it. Needs some help from Luchenko on the wall as goes there to knock it back down low into the captain's feet. That's Misa back there. Epperson on the steal. Chernyshov, he scores! High blazer over the blocker, and Chernyshov
working right in the booth to finish the game.
Thank you very much, Mr. Crocker, as yes, we will be back here on Valentine's Day as the Generals come in, and they'll be wanting to avenge that 6-1 loss, and now here come the Spirit trying to seal this, they score. A clean breakaway, and it's Chernyshov all over him, but the Storm will recollect. Here's Katzen on it. 4 minutes left. Kicked in by Paquette, but he couldn't handle it clean. This gets down the ice for Misa. Gotta go full send. It will jump into the net. Misa off the deflection.
Pounce on that one. Lardis for Budnick. On to Brown. Brown fanned on the first attempt. Misa got under him. Numbers for the Spirit as Chernyshov pulls up right circle, plays low to Misa. Back for Forgione, they score! P.J. Forgione as the numbers Handles wide for Lardis. Step through by Perek. Lardis held it on. Misa going the other way. Misa over the line. Has a look over both shoulders. Misa attacking the right circle. Feeds it out front. Chernyshov scores. What a play by Misa on to Igor.
With 52 points, second in the West behind the Spitfires, fourth overall in the Western Conference. That one slung out to the middle. Mathurin toe picks, tries to regain his balance, has to hustle back. Davis covers for him. Chernyshov now stops the dot. He's got a look, scores! Chernyshov waited and waited and waited and picked that corner. A late goal from Josh Balloon to beat the London Knights. Late goal. Minute, what, 15? I think it was less than that. It was under a minute. Under a minute? Yeah. There's another one. Misa's going to get this one. Battling Walton in front, gets the better of him. Chernyshov for Misa. Back to Perek. Chernyshov from the dot. He's got a goal tonight and an assist. And Goni opened the scoring. Near side, Misa, Costanzo. It's down, and Chernyshov finds it in the crease. And a power play goal. Fires coming off a big win against the London Knights. And the Saginaw Spirit, the division rival, are going to win their third in a row here as the clock ticks down. Greentree on the half wall. Rink wide, empty net, they'll get it. Clorgione, a twirl of the stick, and a sick.
Cleared again.
You think of that chance from Epperson early on in the power play, in that shift, I should say. And Lalonde never saw it. And that's what you got to do. You had his eyes blocked, and that was the most uncomfortable he's looked in net so far.
Here's Perek dropping it back. Misa shoots. St. Lalonde rebound. They score. Dima Zhilkin cleans up the loose puck. It's a power play. Zane Perek. Christian Epperson. Awkward angle hit there by Justin Cloutier. Epperson unties himself. Then Mangoni, then Misa. Empty cage is ahead. It was disrupted, but he's going to find Epperson. And he's going to put it home. An empty netter, 5 unanswered. Walks across the top. Doesn't like that. Drops it back. Chernyshov in the left wing circle. Puts it back through. Looking for the tap in for Epperson, but couldn't find him. Now Zane Perek again. Walking. Near side Chernyshov. Through the seam. Misa, one-timer.
Oh,
he
boy.
scores!
Good play.
Michael Misa on a brilliant feed from Igor Chernyshov. Epperson rolls off a check from Vermeulen. Chernyshov back on. Around the horn for James Go. Outlet pass. Zane Perek. Over the blue line and a drop for Misa. Back through. Chernyshov circles, shoots, and scores! And Igor is back! Teammate in Caleb Mangoni, who draws back into the lineup for the first time in a handful of games for the Spirit. This puck drifts back out to center ice, and Mangoni will have to restart. Slipped off the wall. Perek drops it back. Misa skate the stick. Has some room in front. Perek tap in. They score. And Igor Chernyshov has his first in the OHL.
Whistle.
Face off to the left of Colin McKenzie. Misa moves the puck back to the point for Perek. Perek moves in, scores! Zane Perek gets his second of the hockey game. Tied up there by Pinelli. No penalty. Perek comes back to the line. Sema into the skates of Harmer. Down low. Cloutier. Perek in for Harmer. Can't get the shot away. Misa. Perek. Misa scores!
Play there by Ewens. Cloutier. Back to the point to Perek. Gives it back to Cloutier. Go back to the point. Has to stretch to keep it in. Just over 20 seconds left in the period. Pass down low. Cloutier scores as Schenkel dives across, but can't keep it out, and it's a Cloutier to Misa. 2 front necks, 3 front necks watching him. He's able to keep it in and brings it right back in for the Spirit. Zhilkin. Back to the point to Perek. Shot through traffic, he scores!
Well, that play starts up at the blue line where with over here. And Perek wants it at the left point. He gets it. 184 points on the back end in his career here with the Saginaw Spirit. We are down low. They score out in front.
I think it was tipped here by Epperson on the power play. Around the near boards, nobody home, and down the other way, here comes Epperson looking for his second of the game. Couldn't cut out in front, but hangs on to it. Going for a skate here like it's a Sunday public skate, going wide. Out in front, they score. What a beauty. Michael Misa, short-handed. And it to the Burrow as the puck is sent in deep.
They had to. All the buses were canceled today, Pete. They wouldn't have been able to get in.
Yeah, that's true. Does that include team buses when there's bus cancellations? Okay. As the puck is played here, here's a good look. Shot coming, they score. Brody Najim. To the goal, into the high slot. Perek gets away from some traffic. Shoots, skate save by Zach Bowen this time. Epperson. Cross into the slot. Perek stop. Rebound. Cloutier buries it. Saginaw with some life here. They close the
on the season. And this is his first game played in a little bit. Colin Ellsworth handled the last two tours of duty here for the Storm. As here's Perek trying to put it back in front. That's a beauty.
What a play.
Perek to Misa. 3-1. Clear. That's picked up by Perek back and behind the Spirit net. Drop pass. Perek finds Misa. Tries to knife his way on through. Back to the top of the zone. Perek right back for Michael Misa down the right side. Tries to throw it through Mangoni. Now Perek again. Takes a shot. He scores and he's tied McNeil. 12 now. He ties Ethan Belchez for third. As here comes Perek again. Epperson gives it back. Zane Perek near side to Mangoni. Looking back on through. Epperson scores!
Good shot. Good play.
It was Misa who put it home. And
Misa tried to go cross ice looking for Weir, but the Rangers again, those good stick works. Here's Cloutier. Cloutier cross ice off the stick there of Mercer. Shot on that time by Weir. Save made by Parsons. Misa tries to bang with it. Cloutier scores! With just 14 seconds left on the power play. Jake in his Pridham and Lamb come on here for Kitchener. Nice move by Chromiak. Chromiak will go forward. Chromiak, and he fanned on the pass. Chromiak tried to kick it back to himself, but it'll come here for Perek. Zane Perek. He's got Misa with him. Misa scores! And the Saginaw Spirit captain calls game. Saginaw.
Bend. Back below the goal line, up from the right wing side. Player down on the ice. That's Zane Perek, who scored the last goal of period one. Sauter below the goal line. This one up from the right wing side. Battle, top of the left circle, jumping its way to the net front. They score. Michael Misa, the exceptional stat. Hands here from PJ Forgione. The net is empty on the Erie side. Why not? You got to make something happen. A 6-2 loss and a 5-2 loss is no different, but a 5-3 loss and a 5-2 loss are massively different. Erie battling for it in front. They score. Nick Sema into the empty net, and the Saginaw.
Here's the speedy Wysick. He gets the head up and shuffles one to Doherty. He can't do much with it, and it's chipped out. Zada has to retreat. Misa beat him to the puck. Misa driving in with a nice move. Follow up, they score! Misa initially stopped, but Epperson followed it up, and Saginaw played too far away from himself and now has to retreat all the way inside his own blue line, pursued by Kevin He. And Jefferson coming in. Look at the moves. He's still going with the puck. Turns back, centering feed out front. Misa scores. That was all Epperson, and Misa was
back though. James Go up to the left point for Zane Perek, who fires it in deep. Christian Epperson out of the right wing corner, looking in front for his captain Ethan Hay, and a stick save there by Charlie Schenkel. Zane Perek back for Misa now, lays it into an area. Epperson, one more pass in front. It doesn't get any prettier than that. Misa and Epperson, and the game has its net here.
Big moment. 2-goal lead, worst lead in hockey.
Misa trying to change that. Smith does well off the draw, but it's back to Zane Perek, slid over. Misa shoots and scores! Misa upstairs, second of the game. Up for Michael Misa. One more pass to the near side. Epperson building steam down the left side. Epperson stops up, blew a tire though. Michael Misa gets it right back for him. Misa spins around in the corner. Out of real estate, so he finds Zane Parekh. Fakes the shot. Steps to the middle. Zane Parekh shoots and scores! Zane Parekh, a clinic again. Spirit are on the board. Up to the top of the zone. Stonehouse battled there with Epperson. Got at least back out the center. Cloutier tosses down Stonehouse. Epperson into the offensive end. Can't turn a pass in front for Cloutier. Turns into 3 bodies against 2, but the Spirit go back down. And a sharp angle time by Misa. Off the goal post and the rebound cleaned up by Christian Epperson. Taken down, and that's off the linesman. Zane Parekh here. Minute left at 4 against 3. Mangoni in for Michael Misa. Zane Parekh the trailer. Throws it back in front. They score. Parekh finds Mangoni on the power play, and it's a 4-3.
Inside, Alfano in. Spence driving down. That one might have hit off of the nub of the stick by Caleb Papineau, and will find its way out to neutral ice. Alfano, Femus, back it'll go. Centered opportunity. They score! The bleeding stops. The Spirit are on the board. It's the best. Outers is Charlie Burns. I like this move from head coach Sam Butler. I think this is a really good decision, especially for a guy in Charlie Burns who I think's played some really good hockey this season. He's maybe just been a little snake bitten. Shot in, they score. 24 seconds into period number 3, and
the league. Mark can say that again. Owner, governor, legendary member of the radio family, working with the Chum family for over 3 decades.
It's a big loss for sure. We're thinking about his family, and a score right away. And it is 1-0 in the feet, thrown over in behind Ulrichsen, but he's after the puck. Pushed away from it. Katzen has it in his feet. Can't locate it. And Saginaw will go the other direction. And heading in here is Epperson. Epperson cutting right in. Epperson on the stuff. It's in. It went off his skate, but it's out of his reach. And that will send the Storm all the way back. 30 seconds left on the 5-minute major. Misa causing a turnover. Skvortsov stuffed in there against the post, scores, it goes in. Somehow that trickled through Gillespie. Misa in behind the net. Handling and looking for an option on this power play. Finds one over to Sima, who has to get away from a defensive check. Misa to the front, puck loose in front, still loose, scores! Sima puts home the loose change, and the Spirit
there too. Spitfires get the last change, but Chris Lazary, the head coach of the Saginaw Spirit, gets his #1 line out there against the Spit's #1 line. Epperson moves it to the middle. James Go scores! Back after a suspension he received against the Spit. Moves it ahead, intercepted by Cristoforo, stays onside. Cristoforo down the wing, is shot. Oak with a save. Second test for him this afternoon. Sima rolling puck, gets it to Misa. Misa in over the line, slows things down, now dishes. There's a shot, scores! Parekh has given the Spirit a 2-0 lead. The third keeps him wide. Spellacy misses on the check. Misa moves it to the middle, hopped over the top of the goal. Epperson now behind the net. Morrow trying to get a stick that fell, and now Parekh will snap another one, his second of the game.
Jilkin out as well, gets it back. He is pitch and catch here with Epperson. Parekh now walks in, tipped into the slot. Loose puck, swing and a miss there by Jilkin. Gets it back though, uses the wall to find Christian Epperson. Over to Zane Parekh, takes another shot, tipped in front, they score! Misa cashes in, it's a power play goal. Great vision from Bell.
Good
Boy,
pass.
that would have been a highlight reel goal.
Oh, what a pass, though.
Misa out of the corner. Slip there for Epperson. Back in the trapezoid. Epperson leans on through, looks for an option. Spin around, passes off the skate, gets it back though. Epperson in front, tip shot, save, rebound, score! Willis in front! Good goal. And performed better, 6-2 in 8 meetings with the West. Still got time here in this third period, down 4-1. Zane Parekh off the draw, looking to change that back in front. Misa scores! Right off the face-off play, second of the game.
Checked by Bodine. Around here, Fisher looks to scoop it up for the Sting. Fisher gets it out at center. Perek tried to play it back in. Forgione steps up. He has Willis with him. Forgione trying to drive to that, drops to Willis. Centering out in front, scores! Michael Misa, give him 20.
And the defensemen a little bit more so than the forwards, but still.
Yeah, they got to watch themselves. You don't want to get down to, once you get down to 4, then they're going to really target.
Chance in front. Misa scores with the backhand. Broken play. And the Spirit do cash in. There's that. Really down there. There are only 2 defensemen that you'd expect to see on the power play in Zane Perek and James Go. Martone and Cloutier wrapped up behind the plate. Misa back in with speed. Stops up, shouldered by Silva. Misa looking for an option. Found it to Mangoni. Here's a chance. Near side. Zilkin scores! Power play goal by Zilkin, and it's a 1-goal game. The streak is going to stay alive here for Cowan. And he's on for this D-zone faceoff. Michael Misa against Landon Sim, and the Spirit win it back. Misa for Zane Perek. Top of the zone. Sneaks it through. Willis scores.
Oh, boy, what a pass.
Joey Willis. Just into the corner here for Misa. Off the boards, and it's Perek one more time. Scoots it over. Mangoni. Return pass. Disrupted by Sim. Misa. Back for Epperson. Long point shot. Good save by Medvedev. Rebound. They score.
There's one.
Willis on the rebound. It's a power play goal. The Spirit are back down low. Willis trying to catch Medvedev sleeping. They've gone off the goal stick there. Misa in the final 90 seconds of this power play. Back in front. Loose puck. Mangoni in front. Tip. Save. Rebound. Chance.
No.
Somehow stays out. They score.
There's 2.
After all kinds of traffic. Back to Michael Misa in the circle. Then Perek again. Wheels around Martin. Perek hesitates on the trigger pull. Now he's back in behind the goal. Up to Brody Nagin. Lets it go there for Perek. Wants to open the lane. Takes a shot and scores! Zane Perek. He's the puppet master in the by Zilkin, and a shot from long range knocked down by Papineau. That one off the stick of Doucette. Michael Misa gets it back up to center. Storch off the boards. Nice move for Misa to try and shake on through. Misa to the backhand. Lost it as he cut across the slot. Rebound. Look out, a steal. And a goal by Joey Willis. Off the gift. Make it 7. Johnston back up through center. Gets around Epperson. Poked away off the stick of Edwards by Saginaw's Perek. Short regroup here for the Sting. Young thought he would have been offside, so he let that puck go, and now the Spirit work it up for Misa. Cutting across. Michael Misa waits, puts it back. Perek a backhander, and it doesn't get any prettier than that. 3-0. Little extra conversation between some of the officials in the honor bench. Gabriel Frasca will get booted from the circle. Brett Hammond now against Michael Misa. Misa wins it back clean. Perek takes a shot, he scores! Through traffic, Perek finds the hole, and it's 3-2.
Taking. He's tangled it up, and eventually it is run down by Bishop below the goal line. Can't clear it out, though. Clattenburg held it at the left wing half wall, but now it's cleared away by Saginaw successfully. 67 seconds to go in the first. Flint 3, Saginaw 1, as they've turned it over behind their own net. It's Misa. Firebird still after it there. Lombardi knocked off the puck as Epperson will grab it. Epperson near wing Misa. Got away from Misa as that'll roll all the way in, and for Joni to run it down back to Misa, looking in front for a chance, waiting it out, a shot, and they score. Joey Willis, very nicely done. And he's been kicked from the circle, and here's Michael Misa over to take the draw. Saginaw does get a power play here as they'll get to work with a man advantage. As they work to the left side from Misa, his shot got all the way through and they score. Misa, Padre car now. 4 forwards out there for Flint, Petrie, Clattenburg, Lombardi, and Kanyan. As the Birds lose the handle on the puck, now they get it over towards Willis. He's looking for his 5th goal of the game and he scores. Joey Willis, that's 5.
Stepped into by Graydon Jones. Puck loose at the Firebird blue line. Petrie lost it to Mangoni. Misa finds James Gone. The Spirit are back up ice. Epperson Now a turnover. Misa at the line. He's alone. He shoots and scores. Michael Misa picked the pocket of mania, and he's tied the game for the Spirit. Stretch pass picked up by Misa at center, sent wide. Nick Sima returns it to Misa. He's gotten a rough ride in this game. Has Michael Misa. He's going to take another hit. This time it was from Collins, and Sima's going to go right after him. Mangoni's got the puck. Looking for three. He's got it. Caleb Mangoni, the natural hat trick. First period as Green Tree's back down the right side for Windsor. Trying to send that one back doors. Nearly tapped out of the air by Ilya Protas. Up the far side, he's going to try to spin that one in. He put it right into the skates of Willis, trying to make something go here. Epperson, 2-on-1 with Misa, down the wing, settles the puck, puts it in front. Misa scores, what a setup! Scoring chance for Protas. That one up the far boards, Green Tree pulls it back, off the wall, into the circle, heads to the net, and that one could not convert on the backhanded shot. That'll send Michael Misa back up ice for Saginaw. Willis cuts in down the right side for Joni, center lane, one more pass on through, one-handed chance, Costanzo on the goal line, they score! It's Joey Willis and it's 2-0. Long shot looking for the far pad, that sails wide for Joni, keeps it alive, that one cut off by Eichler on the way to his net. PJ for Joni, for James Go, then Mangoni, on the right side floated off of Epperson, Misa scores! Right there for the loose change. Epperson. 2 assists already tonight for Joey Willis. He's probably got a star in his future. Carson Woodall spins this back through for Spellacy. And he's trying to pick up a tripping call. I don't believe he'll get one. Rolling puck, Epperson now for Misa. 2, looking for 3. He scores! Michael Misa completes the hat trick. Second of Zach Bowen and over to the far wall. Misa again, dying seconds here. Misa takes a shot and another blocker saved by Bowen. Somehow that puck snuck through traffic. Penalty time expires. Paze's out. Epperson walking near side. Go scores! Wide open net. Even strength goal and it's 1-0.
Corner it goes. Pin there. Nice job for Joni to pin his man. Now it's Misa. Misa has it. Had some trouble, but he carries it over the attack line. Drops it for Sima. Scores! Nick Sima finds just the inside of the post, and Perek. There's a centering feed. Sima missed. There's another chance as they glove it down. Carter George made the initial save. Back to Perek. It goes on the point now for Sima. Sima trying to walk in with it. Sima does. There's a chance at the side of the goal, and they score. A set-up tic-tac-toe play again. Mike
down on Saturday. Kitchener on Sunday. But still lots of time for, again, the brotherly love, I guess, to develop here. Right point. Misa off the draw. Back now Jones in the circle. Shoots. He scores! First OHL goal for Graydon Jones, and it's a 1-0 lead. This one back over. Alec Leonard takes over here for the attack. Back to Petrovsky. Spun off the wall. That one will be gloved down and turned right onto the stick of Zane Perek. McHugh looks to plant him. Misa's alone in front. Shoots and scores! And it's Misa, and would you expect anything else at this point? Tony up for Josh Glavin. The defenseman rolls in and lets it go for Lincoln Moore. Laid back in behind the net. Josh Glavin there first. Takes a check. Blanker lost his stick. Michael Misa, top of the zone. Graydon Jones. Epperson wants it. Jones, point shot, scores! Graydon Jones, a 2-goal game, and it's tied. Storch trying to get through Dickinson, can't do it. Gervais trying to force the turnover. Dickinson finds Brustevich. That one's cut off by Misa. Spirit might have a chance. Misa to the net, shoots and scores!
Now it's Mangoni. Caleb Mangoni is out there with Misa. Hay, the goal scorer. Perek and Sima. Perek's got it. Or sorry, check that. Epperson. Now Sima, chance inside of the net. They score. It's Misa, and it's an 11.
Plays it down low. Zane Perek is there for the Spirit. Mangoni, nifty move through the center ice area. Dishes to Epperson. Epperson shoots. That misses low. Oh, and they score. The bounce off the end wall of all the goals that these two have connected on. Puck along the wall for Epperson. Walks across the top of the line, drops it for Perek. Final 25 seconds of the penalty to Ben Danford. A key penalty killer in the box for the Gens. Centering pass, and they score! Bouncing puck off a leg to the side of the net.
Up ice again, it's taken away by Misa. He plays it back. Epperson makes a move on McDonnell there. Christian Epperson still looking for some open ice here to make a play, but a couple steelheads converge on him. Misa takes it away. Michael Misa scores! In his first game in Peel Region, Michael Misa. OHL career with the Erie Otters, including serving as their captain last year. Sova's got it now. Didn't want to force a pass there. Epperson's all over him, and Christian Epperson stripped him. Now a shorthanded breakaway. It's Misa for his second, and he scores. Michael Misa does it again. This game's tied at 2. He's kind of been a career backup in the OHL, but a lot of weight has fallen on his shoulders here with the suspension to Jack Ivankovic. And of course, this is the last game of Jack's suspension, but Jacob Gibbons might be tested right off the bat. Here's Epperson, he scores just 5 seconds into overtime, and Christian
wants it off to the wing. Seam pass, what for Breck, back door, and London will take it to the corner. Fagan trying to clear the zone, can't do it. Now stolen again by Misa in front of the net. He'll get the shot away, tip, not the depth, they score! That's just good hard work by the Saginaw Spirit. Toward the net off a stick, rattled to the corner. Van Gorp after his man, Misa, Willis, and Misa will play some catch up the half boards down low. Misa wants the return feed. Back up to Perek, hammers it home on a quick shot. And it's 5-1.
Smart, that's off the skates of Zane Perek. Gillen has it poked away by Willis. He's taken down, gets it ahead. Misa, 2-on-1 with Perek. Misa near side, now Perek, and that one hops just at the last second. But Perek keeps it alive for Misa with Mangoni in front. Misa delays, shoots, and scores! Michael Misa! It's showtime, and it's 1-0. And that one just goes off the toe of the goaltender Parsons. Willis for Perek. Center point over Mangoni. That shot, or the pass rather, was deflected by Swick. Mangoni near side. Willis one-timer. That one is worn by Reed. He's in pain. Misa over one-timer. Perek on the power play. Spence roaring down the right side for Erie. Can't get inside on Glavin. He nearly got a centering pass for Frasca. Caleb Mangoni is spun out. Otters are all over him. Mangoni back to his skates, wrestles it free. Here comes Michael Misa with Davio back 2-on-1. Misa shoots and he scores! Misa again! Tie game! Mike Green's at right now. Drop pass down the left side for Misa as the Spirit are in. Back in behind the net, Epperson circle up top. Perek back for Misa. The pass was there, just like we talked about. Misa had a hard time with it. The shot goes off the cage. Misa back in front, score! Ethan Hay, it's a power play goal. That one will count, and it's 3-1. Misa and Willis against Davio and Frasca. Misa knocks it down against the wall, slips it through. Willis with 8 to go. Out of the right corner. Willis behind the net. Gets it out to the point. Glavin, one more chance. Misa shoots, he scores!
Leaves it for Perek. Perek, shot that time is blocked. As Karimov got a stick on it, or a shin pad, or a skate. Certainly made the block and felt it a little bit. Now Misa able to go in front, scores. Michael Misa, 8.
At the right hash marks. Approaching the 6-minute mark here in the third period. PJ Forgione, short slip, Perek. Sends that one all the way across. Christian Epperson from the Saginaw logo. Knocked down by Carson Harmer. Epperson's on it, put back in front. Great save, rebound, they score! Guess who? 77 makes it 4-1. Edwards back for Houston Hurt, then it's on the tape of Phelan. Near side Johnston. Bishop's back in behind the Saginaw net. Here in the final 60, Misa might want another. Here comes Misa, he scores!
Oh boy, good goal. Here they come up the ice now. Dezoti fanned on a clearing attempt. Puck is stolen by Misa in Greyhound territory, but Gillen took him off the puck. Here's Gillen trying to get it ahead. Misa stole it. Backhand pass, a chance for the Spirit. Now going in, a shot, he scores! Ethan Hay with a wrister on the turnover. Short-handed goal. Face off to the right of Miller. Saginaw gets possession off the draw. Here's the Sioux native Mangoni. Caleb Mangoni centering in front, they score! Two Saginaw Spirit players standing in front, and Mangoni, who far up 2-0. Here's Glavin with a shot that goes wide of the net. Misa picks up the rebound as he's battling with Brown near the half wall. Puck comes loose. Kluche of the Greyhounds get belted to the ice. Big hit there by Bishop. Here's a chance, they score! Glavin let it go. Traffic in front, and it's 3-0. Saginaw sends it to the front of the net. That was blocked. Epperson gets it right back. To the point for Mangoni. Mangoni's shot goes off a Greyhound stick. Gibson's on it. He clears, but not out. Mangoni got a stick on it. Mangoni back out to the point. Epperson to Misa with a shot. He scores! Michael Misa on the power play.
The zone, Joey Willis. Weaving in, poked away nicely. Good read by Owen Outwater with the stick, so Mangoni has to chase down again. Willis on the restart, then Sema. Spirit half speed across Harmer in front. Damn play. Misa shut down by Costanza. Rebound, they score! It's Misa again! Back-to-back seasons. He got Saginaw.
Go very high in the draft.
Christian Epperson pops on a rebound after the faceoff. Epperson tries to duck out of the way of a crushing check from Connor Walton. Back and behind the Windsor goal. Misa up top for Joni. Slings it across. James Go. Epperson battling in front. Near side. Misa scores!
What a play.